What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. On the video today, we're going to talk about Powertac's two smaller size lights. But before we get to that, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is DefenseWarehouse.com. They support the 570. They're also the manufacturer and seller of the amazing, criminal stopping napalm and heatwave pepper sprays. I've tested these pepper sprays out. I'll provide a link in the description where you can watch that video, but it's an intense pepper spray, one of the hottest that I've ever tested. And you know me, I've tested 20 different sprays, and so far that is up there near the top. Alright, and we are back. Please forgive the makeshift table that I have set up here. I'm actually creating a studio over there, but for the time being, I'm just going to sit in this corner next to the furnace and we're going to talk about this stuff here. So until that's done, it's actually going to look pretty neat when it's done. So until that's done, on today's video, we're going to talk about some more flashlights by the company Powertac. Powertac has amazing lights for every need that you could ever want, from everyday carry to a professional, search and rescue or fire department, police department, all that. So they have a flashlight for every need that you have. Today we're going to talk about two of their cheapest flashlights and their smallest flashlights. First, the Sabre Gen 2. And that is a AAA battery style flashlight. Then the Valor. And that is a AA version of a flashlight. This flashlight's pretty unique. It's as big as a pen, so it can go in your pocket or the top of your work uniform if you were, let's say, a mechanic or something like that. Pretty neat. So this light, it's going to be hard to see. I'm going to actually set it on the box here because it's a very small light, and if I put it upright, it really wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to see it very much. So this light, like I said, is the size of a ballpoint pen. It has a removable clip. The beam is non-adjustable. It's not a spot style beam, it's more of a flood style beam, and it lights up an area pretty big. Max lumens on this is 239 lumens. The max hours for this is 2.2 hours on a lower setting, and the max meters is 111 meters, which is still relatively good. Impact resistant up to 2 meters, waterproof up to 2 meters. One of the unique features of this light is you can power this light by multiple sources. This style light doesn't charge like the other Powertac lights that I've shown you on the channel before. This style light takes batteries. You can use regular alkaline batteries with this, or you can use the lithium ion batteries. With the lithium ion batteries, you get a little bit more lumens out of it and a little bit more runtime. Another really cool feature of this light, audible click. Very robust. This light, you could you could use it for self-defense if you wanted to use it as a fist pack. But the button sticks up pretty high. One thing I found with not only these style flashlights, but with other companies too, if you have a button that sticks up, those are really good if you're wearing gloves. A button that's more smooth and level with the bottom of the flashlight, you're going to have to take your gloves off because you won't be able to feel it. With that being said, with the raised button, this flashlight will not tail stand. It does have a crenulated bezel on the end of it, but it's not very aggressive and not very deep. It certainly isn't sharp. Another cool feature about this is the belt clip comes off, the pocket clip comes off, and if you don't know, the coolest part of this feature about this light is the fact that you can split it in half. And let me show you. You can unscrew it, take these in two pieces, loosen the end that houses the lens and the LED light itself, screw it back into itself, and now you have a smaller version of the same light, and it'll still run on one battery. Super cool. That's kind of really useful. If you only had one battery, you could shorten this and still have a light to provide yourself with some light. Or if you just didn't like how long it was and you wanted a smaller light. Very versatile. It's pretty unique. I haven't seen too many flashlights. I don't know if I know of any that do this. It will still do the same amount of lumens, just not as long. So when you have two batteries, obviously it'll run longer. All right, to go through the brightness settings, because it has three different modes here. It's got a high and a low for the light itself, and then a strobe mode. So you're going to want to turn your light on. I'll try not to put it in your thing. And then you're going to do like a half press, a light press, and that'll put it on low mode. That takes it to strobe, and then back to low and high. On, off, half press for that. Pretty neat, easy to operate. Alright, and the other light I have here, like I said, it's a AA version of pretty much a similar light, a smaller style light, and the one of the cheaper lights that's on the Powertac website. So with all Powertac flashlights, you get instruction booklets. This one comes with a wrist lanyard. This one, like I said, is powered by AA's, so you don't charge it like typical Powertac flashlights. Just pops out of the plastic right here. And then we'll go over the features. So this light on Firefly mode is 0.5 lumens. On low mode, it is 97 lumens. On medium mode, it is 358 lumens, and on high mode it is 800 lumens. Strobe is also 800 lumens. Of course, all Powertac flashlights go through rigorous testing. So you got a maximum, which is the Firefly mode, maximum output for 120 days. The beam length that it'll reach out and illuminate something is 138 meters. It does a 2-meter impact drop test and a 2-meter water submersion test. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is talk about the light a little bit, and then I'm going to take it out and demonstrate it. So we all remember the AA version of the mini mag lights. This is that. This is a modern version, a modern replacement for those lights. If you didn't know, those old lights, and we all had them, those old lights were less than 100 lumens, even at its brightest. Later on, they came out with the LED end that you could replace the bulb with, and they were significantly brighter, but they are nothing like this. This is 800 lumens. It's an insane amount of light, more than you'll need if you like this style flashlight. If you want to keep one of these in the car, just kind of in case you drop your keys or you're looking for something outside, or you break down the side of the road. This is the one you want. You could put it in your toolbox. This is the one that's gonna last you forever. The belt clip, although it comes off, this one is the double style clip that you don't really need to take it off. A lot of Powertac flashlights is you could take this clip off, flip it around, use it in a different direction. This is the multi-directional clip. It has the opening for this side and it has the opening for this side. Whether you were going to stick it on your belt, stick it in your pocket, and have just the clip sticking out, or if you had a baseball cap and in a pinch, if you needed to use your hands for something, you could slide this on to the brim of your cap, and it turns it into a makeshift headlamp. Very neat feature. I really like it. So now the knurling on the side is less aggressive. This is more of an everyday carry flashlight, or like I said, toolbox or a glove compartment flashlight. The knurling on the side is less aggressive. It's not going to tear up your pocket pulling it in and out, but it's just enough to give it some good grip. It does have a crenulated bezel, and if you didn't know what that means, it has some jagged edges, and that's more of like an impact thing, whether you drop it or use it to in self-defense. These little nodules here, these little crenulated bezel portions of it, are going to create that damage. On the back here, in this section right here, there is a rubber section. So whether you have your finger on it or whatever, it provides you more stability and grip. It does tail stand. I find tail standing very, very important. I think it's a really neat feature. I, for instance, have used my Powertac flashlights in emergencies when the power has gone out. You could take a flashlight like this, tail stand it. You don't even have to have it on high. Have it on its medium or low setting. Shoot it up at the ceiling and illuminate your house during a power outage, because that light will bounce off the ceiling or the walls and illuminate a huge, huge area. So this is an awesome, awesome light to have in an emergency preparedness kit. All right, to go through the modes as far as the brightness settings, you're going to turn it on with the back tail cap here. And then I'll show you up here on the front forward facing part of the bezel here, there is a button. So while you have it on, you hit that little button and that will change the brightness settings. So you got Firefly there, low, medium, high, and then if you hold it down, you have strobe. Memory that's built in this flashlight, if you had it on strobe, it remembers the last setting that you had it on, so when you turn it back on, it'll be on there. Or if you were just using it on, say, Firefly mode or medium, you turn it off. Every time you turn it back on, it'll be back on medium. Alright, so that's the basic features of this light. Now we're going to take it outside and we're going to do some testing. Alright, this is the Sabre Gen 2. This is the compact pen light. Very nice. It's actually a pretty decent amount of light, especially for just a little pen light. And this is the Valor. Wow. I'm actually really surprised at the throw of this, how far this is. This tree's probably 30 feet in front of me, but that tree way down there is probably 80 to 100 feet in front of me. Okay, this truck's probably 50 feet away. This is the Sabre Gen 2. For a little tiny light, guys, you see this thing? Little tiny light. This thing is really, really bright, and the throw is very decent. Alright, now this is the Valor. Same distance. Nice. I make this comparison a lot here on the channel. The only difference being is today, although there is a moon, it's pretty foggy out, so it's not like it's super, super bright. But this is the Sabre Gen 2 at that distance. The same amount in the distance is approximately 100 yards away. Okay, so there you have it. You know, at distance, obviously, this little pen light doesn't carry quite that far. You make out that tree. It's about 50 yards. Certainly this tree, which is right here. Alright, now compare that to the Valor. There you go. So that there is the Valor. Obviously you can make out the same amount in the distance. For a small light, the throw on this is pretty incredible. Of course, you make out that tree. And at this distance, this is pretty bright. But certainly, right there, it's bright enough to illuminate anything you need to see within or around the 100 yards. And that's the Valor. Alright guys, what do you think? Those are the two smaller, cheaper options for flashlights that Powertac provides. You got the Sabre Gen 2 here, and then you got the Valor. Both incredible flashlights, both different flashlights. You could use them for different needs. I actually have both. I'll use them for different things, keeping them in different places. I really want to thank Powertac Corporation for providing me with great flashlights. Like their motto says, light up the darkness. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Links will be in the description where you can get all these fine products, not only for Powertac, but all my sponsors. I want to thank all my sponsors for supporting the 570 experience. There's going to be some discount codes included with some of those links. Save you some money, get some great items. This is Josh from the 570. Smash that like button, and we'll see you next time.